you've planned your trip, you know the roads you're going to take, you've checked the weather conditions, you've done all those things, you know where you're going. But there is a slight problem. And you need to think about some things you normally may forget on a trip like this in the event you run into trouble. Coming up next. I'm studying the list. I'm going to Yellowstone in just under 3 months. And I want to make sure that on my trip that I've planned for, I know the roads, I know the route, I know the weather conditions or what they could be. What do I need to have close to me? And things that I can grab quickly in the event that I need them. A lot of people take trips, they forget maybe to pay their insurance policy. Make sure your insurance is paid. You don't want to get in a situation where you have trouble and your insurance is no good. Have you paid your auto membership dues? A lot of people have AAA, those type of things. They will tow you. Is it good? Have you paid? And you may want to consider like a rider on your own insurance policy that allows for you to have those type of services where you can get towed or a fresh battery. Also, I mean, something you may not think about, if you have a cell phone, which I'm assuming you do if you're probably watching this, is your cell phone bill paid for? Do you know it's going to be paid for while you're out? Do you have your bank account information? A lot of those type of things you're going to need on you if you're taking a trip, whether it's a day or 2 days, or in my case, just under a month. And then there's some simple things. And when I talk about having things around you, those things you can get in your pocket, you can find on your cell phone. But if your cell phone dies, paper backups are important. That's why I have a 3-ring binder that a lot of times I'll photocopy information and have it in there as a backup to the electronic devices that I have. Here's something else. So I'll shift over to the driver's seat. I get into a wreck. Maybe I see somebody driving and I see that they need help. I, a long time ago, purchased, and I keep it under here, next to a flashlight, I keep, and you can see it's not easy to get, but it's a glass breaker. It is a seatbelt cutter. These are really important if I find myself maybe in some sort of situation where I've landed in a pond or a drainage ditch or worst case, a larger body of water. If I can't reach that, if my left arm is broken, which when you're driving, that can happen, my right arm, all I have to do is reach behind my head and pull. And I have another glass breaker and I have a seatbelt cutter in order to help myself, a passenger, or somebody along the road who's found themselves in a position where they need help, and I can be of service. Some other things that you need to understand, you got to get to know your vehicle. Do you know how to change a tire? Do you know how to provide some basic services for your vehicle? Once you get gasoline and you have a light on that says no oil, do you know how to check your oil? Those are really important things to be familiar with when you're on the road in a situation that you're not used to. You're not accustomed to mountains if you're from Florida. I am not accustomed to mountains. I know what they are, but driving in them is much different. And also your fuel consumption and those type of things are much different. And so it's good to have cash in your pocket available in the event your card doesn't work. Really, really simple things, but they will save you a lot of time and get you out of a lot of trouble if in fact you end up in trouble. And finally, and I use this a lot especially at night. I've used it so often when I'm traveling at night, because if I'm traveling, my trips are 10 hours, there's a very good chance that I'm going to be getting fuel at night or doing something at night, even taking a break. A good flashlight, something that's strong. This is a heavier one, but your phone could serve as a flashlight. But always have a flashlight readily available where you can grab it and understand your surroundings. And worst case scenario, if you run off the road, use it as a device to try to get rescuers' attention. This has been part 2, and thanks for joining. We'll be back with part 3 soon.